There are three sets of people that you should never be best friends with. Yes. Three sets of people you should never be best friends with. The last set will shock you, but it's very important. I want you to stay to the end of this video. I'll tell you the reason why you should not be best friends with them. Number one, you can never be best friends with your spouse's friends. Let me explain for them. You're a woman, you're married. You cannot be best friends with your husband's friends. Vice versa. You're a man, you're married. You cannot be best friends with your wife's friends. They are not your friends. Your husband's friends are not your friends. Talk more of being best friends with them. Your wife's friends are not your friends. Get it into your head. They are not your friends. You need to know how to draw the line for respect. You can't be friends with your husband's friends. No, I'm not saying you should not be friendly, but you can't be friends with your husband's friends. And you, husband, you cannot be friends with your wife's friends. Just imagine if your husband's friends come visiting, and they are all seated in the living room gisting. You come and sit with them. No. All you can do is get entertainment for them, refreshment, and allow them to do their thing. Okay? Unless if they came visiting with their own wives, then you can stay because their wives are there. You understand? But if the guys came just to see your husband, please, girl, excuse them. The same thing for the guy. You can't. Your wife's friends came to visit and now sat with them just leave that place. That is number one. You can never be friends with your spouse's friends. Number two, you cannot be best friends with your children. Yes, I said it. You cannot be what? Best friends with your children. There's a reason why we have parents and children. You're a parent, be a parent to them, let them be your children. Sometimes I see parents say, my son is my bestie, my buddy, my best friends. No, you can't be best friends with your children. That's the reason for the disrespect. That's the reason why you cannot correct them when they go wrong, because you are their best friends. No, parents them. That's your work. You're a parent, be a parent. They are your children. If you need friends, if you need best friends as a man, go outside and make friends. Allow your children to have their best friends. Allow them to have friends in school, have friends in the estate, in the neighborhood, in church. They should have their own friends. You have your own friends. Children cannot be your best friends. You are their parent. Be a parent. Raise them, train them, discipline them as a parent. I'm not saying you cannot be friendly. You can be friendly. You can be you can have a bonding time with your kids, friendly time with your kids, play time with your kids, but know how to draw the lines. You cannot be saying, my son is my bestie, my daughter is my... No, they are not. They are your kids. You are their parents. Be a parent and let them be your children. If you want best friends, go out and make best friends and allow them to have their own friends. Period. Then the final one, the third one, your spouse cannot be your best friend. I know some people will not find this funny because I say in a lot of context, hey, marry your best friend, marry your best friend. Yes, I'm not against that, marry your best friend. But the day you sign that dotted line and you become man and wife, husband and wife, that title drops. You can marry your best friend, like I said, it's not a problem. But the day you become man and wife, husband and wife, you drop that title of bestie and become husband and wife. You cannot be doing bestie inside marriage. That is where the disrespect comes. I don't know if you understand. Okay, let me tell you. I said at the end of the video, I will tell you why you cannot be best friends with this set of people. Number one, look out for your best friends, the people you call your best friends. They are very disrespectful to you. They don't respect you, right? You guys, abuse each other, shove each other, fight each other. You are there. You don't respect each other. That's the truth about best friends. So just imagine you being best friends with your spouse. You're not respecting, or you not, value her because you are seeing her as your bestie. That thing that you used to do when you were best friends, you bring into marriage and it will cause problems. You can't be besties with your child. Your child will disrespect you one day. Be a parent to your children. Forget bestie. You can be friendly with them. You can have a bonding time, family bonding time with them. You can't be besties with your spouse's friends. Disrespect will come. You can't be besties with your spouse. Your husband is your husband, your wife is your wife. Nothing like my wife is my best friend. When you were not married, you can be best friends. Maybe you were best friends at the time before you got married. But once you get married, drop the title of bestie and now husband and wife. That's just the way life is so easy. Because the whole bestie things bring in some unnecessary things into the relationship and people don't know their place. That's just the truth. You have to know your place in your relationship. So this is my opinion. It's my opinion. You're open to yours. So if you have a contrary opinion, fine. You're welcome. You can share your opinion with me. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I'd like to hear from you. Drop your opinions in the comment section. If you have a counter opinion, I'm open and we are learning every day. Cheers. Have a beautiful day.